What's going on, beautiful people? We are here to talk to you about Baddies Chapter 2, Episode 9, entitled, What's the Treason? This was actually a good episode. It really was. This was a Let's Line Up All the Conversations episode, but it was a good episode nonetheless. We actually got some dialogue and some story moments. Appreciative. Yes, indeed. Biggie versus Rocky versus Tay Tay versus Mariah versus Tasiki not seeing what happened. Um, Great moment. E.T. holding her own meeting. What the hell's going on here? Between Neek, Bahati, Hurricane, and TT, all of these damn names. Then we got, the closure of Tavy and Pressure. But then we get the 3v3. That would be an amazing thing to watch, honestly. 3v3. I think it's a seesaw, but it tips further on one side. I'll let y'all figure out which side it tips further on. But you have Dolly, Lex, and Tinka versus Ivory, Fauna, and Cold Killer. Who would have thought it? I wouldn't have thought it, but this was a great scene. Oh, yes. And then to top it all off, we got Big Lex and Summer talking to Dolly and, Big Lex and Dolly talking to Summer and Tommy. And then, what's been interesting? The always next on or the next weekend clips are always a better lead-in than the actual episode. But I actually like this episode, so it was good. We're going to start this conversation off with Tavy and Pressure Fighting. I'm over it. Like I said in the last video, I'm over it because there's no proof of her talking about the kids. And I haven't seen on any of the blogs them showcase the proof. So I'm like, is this? I don't think Tavy would make this up just to make this up, but I just want to, did a fan make up the account that Pressure talked about? I don't know. I just wanted to see the truth. I need the backstory. For me to care about the storyline, I need the backstory, because at the end of the day, it's just he said, she said. I don't really care about he said, she said. Like, where's the proof? Where's the proof? Tavy starts throwing Pressure's things. You hear a producer in the background saying, "No, Tavy, stop throwing her stuff out. We're not replacing none of it." Tommy like, "I don't care. F her. I don't care. F her. F her. I don't care. F her." I don't know. Pressure is still standing on the fact that she said nothing about, Tavy's kids, but Tavy won't let up. So I don't know. What else are we I don't know. Like, we still gonna talk about this? I guess. We have E.T. coming to a setup at Poor Decisions. Now, if this restaurant or bar or lounge, whatever it is not the best name for, the women on Baddies, Poor Decisions, man, I don't know what is. We should have saw the sign first before they walked in. But E.T. is holding her first meeting. I'm shocked. I am completely shocked, because I don't know when we decided to make E.T. the meeting holder. But I'm here for it. I want E.T. to get some more screen time. I want her to make herself relevant on this show, because everybody's been asking for her to come back, but I haven't seen anything worth a comeback yet. You know what I'm saying? And where I wanted this to, and I'm not saying I don't like E.T. I think E.T. is cool, but I don't know if she's become more PG-13 than in the beginning, but she's a bit too calm now. Like, she can mature, she can age, that's great. But I just feel like the legitimacy with her is just not as in the up in the forefront like it has been in the past. And she coming on this talking the thing to hold this meeting. I'm thinking to myself, she gonna get to the nitty gritty. I'm thinking to myself, E.T., hold this scene together. E.T., let these hoes know why you need to be here, E.T. Let them know that it's not a Natalie, it's not a Rolly. You can hold these meetings. It's not a Diamond. Who else held meetings? Like, you can hold these meetings and hold it down. Let them know why you know what I'm saying? But we didn't get that. We didn't get that. E.T. led in with, "Hey, y'all, I'm inviting I'm inviting TT and Hurricane. And, hey, y'all, we're here to just have shots and talk. If y'all want to fight, it's okay, because I like to see a good fight." I mean, I felt like she could have handled that and really ran that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, "Hey, y'all, how we doing? Like, I want to hold this meeting because I feel like on the show, we just be fighting and we don't really have a lot of dialogue. So really how I want this to go, right? I want you to talk. Please, can we listen? And then I want you to talk. Please, can we listen? And I'm going to mediate in the middle. Like, I wanted her to really run it. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't do that. She didn't do that. And it was unfortunate because I felt like this could have been her moment to do that. Right? But, yeah, it is what it is. TT is of the belief that her and Bahati made amends, but the story is going back and forth so crazy because it's like we were cool, but then we weren't cool. She come in saying, "Hey, I'm glad y'all not drunk." Bahati said, "Hey, man." Like, okay, so we already starting off on the wrong foot. All this started when Hurricane and Bahati was going at it. Hurricane had the wig. Neek jumped in because Neek knew Bahati for they proclaimed a long time. So Neek was like, well, if you take my friend wig, I'm going to come to you and get the wig back. Are you not going to do that for TT? Hurricane was like, yeah, okay, I get it. But, and then TT was like, Neek was like, let me finish. But then Hurricane was like, you swung on me. And then it was like, yeah, because you wasn't letting go the wig and it was not your wig and I'm her friend and I wanted to bring it. But I can understand Hurricane not knowing the relationship between Neek and Bahati to be like, bitch, who's you grabbing the wig? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, hey, like, I'm Bahati's friend. Can I get the wig back for her? It was like, you just started pulling something that I had off a fight that had nothing to do with you. I don't really know you at all yet, so I'm still getting in that. And I don't know you, and you tussling with me, you could be now and out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then you swing, and now it's a problem. Now, Bahati hit me from the back, and then TT jump in because both of y'all jump at me at the same time. We not having that. To be quite honest, I'm team TT and Hurricane in this little situation here. I don't know the underlying tension between the bad girls gone wild, baddies gone wild, whatever it's called, show, the BGWs. I don't know the underlying tension, but I'm feeling Hurricane and TT way more. I feel like every time they come to with this scenario, every time they come to set, they looking cute. They ready to, they not here to brawl. They not here to fight. They looking cute. They trying to give conversation every time. Neek and Bahati come on against the like, we not trying to be pretty because we know we finna fight. And I like that Hurricane called that out. She was like, y'all not even looking like averages right now. Y'all looking like I really want to bang, like for real. So like, what's really going on? Because I'm dressed right now. And I felt like E.T. had all the opportunity to like really ring it in. But then TT had to get up and say, you know what? I'm tired of this. And she throws the drink. Now, Bahati, even though we know her to be kind of all over the place this particular season, she with it. She with it all the time. She with it and it's okay. She get up automatically. Neek get up automatically just to be on, the defensive. Neek and Hurricane run that. Now, Neek had the upper hand in the first situation because Neek was saying bang, bang, bang. But Jessica, the security guard, was really holding Hurricane in an awkward position to where she can't let go of her hands. When she got free, she was telling Jessica, why are you holding my hands? Now Hurricane nose bleeding. Now, TT is going back and forth with Bahati, and I'm like, ooh, wait, there's a lot going on right here. There's a lot going on right here. And I like that even though Bahati is not the greatest fighter, she's not losing these fights. Like Bahati is not coming out bleeding or nothing. So she doing something right. It's complete chaos. And they let these girls go round after round after round after round on this dead top. And I'm shocked that they did this. Now, drinks are being thrown, ET getting wet. She like, listen, we're gonna have to stop throwing stuff. I'm surprised ET didn't get in there. She just hits there holding the drinks like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? In my mind, though, I think that ET is happy that she watching other people fight outside of her. Like, kind of like how Ivy was. Like, E.T. come from Now That's TV. She fight. All I know is I had to fight for my life. Now, other girls is fighting and she like, oh man, y'all are wild and crazy. She like, listen, y'all just need to get y'all one. Y'all need to get y'all one. Neek and Hurricane get their one. Neek face look clean. That's all I'm going to say. But I still like TT and Hurricane. In this storyline, I like them the best. What about y'all? Who are y'all rooting for in this storyline? Who do y'all like the best in this storyline? Summer is getting an IV drip, and is it just me, or does it seem like Summer just learned about this on Baddies, like IV drips? Because it just seems so random. It seems so random, and I don't see Summer doing this like on a regular thing. I think she learned about this on Baddies. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just I'm not trying to make. I'm not trying to. I'm just saying it. Just it get like it's like that person that takes chicken for the first time in their life. They get excited. It just give me that. But anyway, Tommy don't like needles, so she making crazy faces when the girl is putting IV drip in her, and then Amber comes. Now this was a weird conversation piece. They start talking. Amber talks about she got these messages from Mariah way back when. She don't understand why Mariah snuck her. At the end of the day, Amber, you snuck Tasiki. That's Mariah's sister. So she needed to run for her sister. That's it all. It is what it is. Because she's not going to fight Sarai, but she going to fight you. And she popped you. That's it. That's all. We moving on. The ladies are like, no, don't fight nobody until you get these stitches removed because you got 11 stitches in your face. And Tommy can't for the life of her figure out how she got 11 stitches in her face from fighting Tasiki. How? She don't get it. They talk about what happened with Treve. Well, we didn't see Treve this episode. So Treve was a bit drunk. Summer was drunk. Tommy says, blame it on the alcohol. She tired of the drunk situations and the shenanigans. She over it. Summer says she doesn't do baddie shot o'clock anymore. That's very interesting when she's still on the show and she's still making money from this show. Biggie and Mariah meet up. And I have to say, Mariah is one of the prettiest baddies. Like all of her, well, not all of it. She did have a couple of bad confessional looks. Lately, the last couple of seasons, Mariah been stunning in these post-confessional looks. Mariah's face is always beat. Mariah's hair was always beat. Mariah's petite. She can wear all these kind of clothes. Mariah looks good. She definitely looks good. Her and Biggie go to this arcade, which was a weird setup, but whatever. The people in there love them some Mariah and Biggie. They shout them out. Biggie doesn't really understand what the conversation needs to be about and why Mariah wants to have a conversation. Biggie's like over talking her and moving on past the point just to try to play the game. Mariah's not liking that because she wants to be able to talk to Biggie and showcase and talk to her about how she feels. Then we get Tay, Rocky, and Tasiki. They come in. So I finally get to hear their names because I didn't know their names. And they didn't have a title card until this episode. Not that I recall, because Tay had a title card. I don't know if Rocky had a title card, but Tay had a title card this time. And so I'm like, okay, now we know it's Tay and Rocky. Rocky's the girl that got beat up by Tree. Okay. Boom. They come in. League's like, I don't know. Like, she wants to talk about stuff. And all I want to do is play the arcade, sister. Like, I'm not trying to, Mariah. What are we talking about, though? Oh, my God. Am I winning? I'm winning. Let me get my money. Okay, hold on. Wait. You want to go outside? What do you want to go outside for? Like, oh, man. Like, why do we have to talk about this? I don't understand it. All right, let's go outside. You got snacks? You got snacks? Oh, man, Mariah, you trying to be funny. Why you have, this salad is out here. And why are you trying to be funny? Because you want me to eat this salad. And then, Mariah's like, I got you 2 dressings with the salad. Like, it was this corny TV moment. It was a corny TV moment. Bottom line, I think it's very interesting, this turn of events. And, I'm honestly kind of team Biggie on this. Hear me out. We know Biggie don't like me. We know she blocked me. I don't give a damn about that. I review the episodes per episode, and I feel like Biggie is more so in the right than all of what these girls are talking about right now. Let me explain. Biggie had a situation with Tommy. She thought Tommy was her friend for whatever reason. Tommy, Tommy, what happened last episode. So Biggie stole off on Tommy because she felt that Tommy should apologize to her. Okay, boom. Biggie stoles off on her, right? And so because Biggie stole off on Tommy tried to get back at her. She couldn't get back at her. So she got Ciroc to sneak, Biggie or whatever the case may be. So I remember Ciroc saying it was supposed to be for anybody, not necessarily for Biggie, but whatever. So here we are. It becomes this big old thing. Ciroc is chomp, woo. Now, the storyline is, at least how Rocky and Mariah is feeling, is that they feel like Biggie is moving on a weird tip because now Biggie and Ciroc are cool. Ciroc apologized. Biggie hanging around Ciroc. And all this drama started from Ciroc picking up on Biggie. But my thing with all these ladies that's making Biggie's storyline their storyline is no one asked y'all to do that. No one asked y'all to fight Ciroc for Biggie. No one asked y'all to stick up for Biggie because Biggie, it barely sticks up for herself. Let's be clear. We've already seen it time and time again. Biggie's not a fighter. So y'all choosing to fight this girl because she jumped on one of y'all own. That's y'all bad. I don't know why y'all feel like y'all got to run that for Biggie because Biggie ain't going to run nothing for y'all. It's already been proven. So now y'all decide to go out on a limb and do this for Biggie. That was last season. Now here we are this season. We know Biggie not gonna make Ciroc her storyline. We know Biggie not gonna really give Ciroc none of that for last season. We know Biggie not gonna want to fight. Why y'all carrying the ball? I don't know. So y'all went ahead and jumped this girl. Now this girl got a reason to be mad at y'all. And so now y'all going back and forth on social media. And, Natalie want to make it seem like it's all because of Biggie. No. Y'all made the decision to jump this girl. Now this girl is on y'all neck. Y'all going back and forth on social media. Mariah, you talking greasy to Ciroc. Ciroc talking greasy to you. That's the reason why Ciroc is coming after you, Mariah. It has nothing to do with Biggie. You know what I'm saying? But now everybody want to make it seem like Biggie shouldn't make amends or like fix the situation with Ciroc because their beefs are still going with Ciroc. That's not how the world works. That's not how the world works. At all. At all. And so in this moment, I understand Biggie. And then the idea that Biggie set her jumping up or her sneak up is crazy to me. I can't, out of all the things that we've seen Biggie do, I can't see Biggie saying, yo, Ciroc, I want you to jump me when I walk in the club. Let's make it a moment. Yeah, I can't see her saying that. Now, apparently there was DMs between her and Ciroc. Mariah looks through the phone. There's no DMs. Biggie like, I got her blocked. Mariah's like, no, you don't. Biggie's like, that's a new page. You see that? What that say right there? New page, bro. Stop messing with me, bro. Stop messing with me. And so Rocky feels like it was a setup. Feels like it's phony. Feels like it's fake. Now, Ciroc is fighting Tasiki, and Biggie ain't getting in that no more. And Biggie is like, well, why should I get in something that y'all creating and making your own thing? That has nothing to do with me. If I make amends with the girl, I'm make amends with the girl. I don't know why y'all don't understand that. If she not mad at Ciroc no more, why am I mad at Ciroc no more? I'm not the one that got snubbed. Ciroc apologized, they moving on. And why is it still my problem? Oh, because now we got beef online and we doing extra outside of Biggie. Okay, now it's the Mariah and Ciroc thing. Now it's the Ciroc and Tasiki thing. It has nothing to do with Biggie no more. And nothing started because of Biggie. Y'all inserted yourself because y'all thought that y'all was going to ride for somebody that y'all wanted to ride for y'all. And Biggie's not that girl. She's proven that already. So I don't feel like Biggie owes them anything. And I don't feel like it's Biggie's fault. And I also don't think that Biggie made all this up just for TV. But let's be clear. Is Biggie a TV girl? Yes, she is. Indubitably, she is. Damn, sure is. As is Mariah. I think Mariah is a TV girl too. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. I think Mariah is too. But Mariah just does her situation differently than a Biggie. I didn't think that Rocky was going to steal off on Biggie, though. It made no sense. Like, they were just having a conversation. It made no sense. And I felt like Rocky wanted a TV moment off of Biggie. Let's be clear. Because we don't know nobody's Rocky. Let's be clear. I feel like she was sitting there and she was talking to Biggie, and Biggie said, are you talking to me for a moment, or are you talking to me because you were like really on that? Like, and in my mind, I was like, who is Biggie talking to? In my mind, I'm like, who's Biggie talking to? So maybe Rocky felt some sort of way that Biggie was like low-key sunning her. Actually, like high-key sunning her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you sound stupid right now. You sound stupid. I don't understand. Like, what? That makes no sense. It was all of that. Like, so I see that. But I feel like Rocky made it a bigger thing when she launched at Biggie. I felt like that was Rocky's TV moment to get off on Biggie. And there's nothing else that's going to make me change that. But Tasiki did not see who hit who first. But let's be clear, Biggie ain't stealing off on nobody like that. It's not like a stunner girl. Let's not give it that. We know Biggie don't want to fight. So yes, Rocky did it first. But Tasiki didn't know, and she asked Biggie, and Biggie felt some sort of way about it, like, what? And Tasiki was like, I wasn't watching. But Tasiki wasn't watching. She wasn't. Biggie felt all sorts of ways about the situation, how it's all going out. And I felt Rocky was, it was weak for that. Like, we already know Biggie don't fight. You know, all the girls trying to break it up. You know, Rocky getting her little slick shots in. But, I mean, it's Rocky, no shade. Like, Biggie is fine. You know what I'm saying? But Biggie is hurt because she feels like all of this is for nothing. And at the end of the day, a girl snuck her. Why would she want to make this up? Why would she want to, you know what I'm saying? But Rocky is of the belief that Biggie uses Tasiki. I felt like she did. I felt like Rocky was right. Biggie was clout chasing off of Tasiki's name to make it seem like she never had to get in the field because Tasiki was always there for her. I feel like that. And it's been proven. They show clips where they show it, Biggie talking about, oh, you're going to have to deal with Tasiki and all that. So I feel like there were valid points on each side. I just feel more leaning towards the Biggie side of things. I do. But it gets weird because Tasiki, Tay Tay and Mariah start talking about the summer situation because Rocky switches gears and is like, all right, well, let's talk about what happened between you and Summer. But Biggie is so upset, she calls her friend Alex to come in and thing because Alex is sitting out the cameras. And she's like, no, come here. They got their friends on camera. I can have my friends on camera. They got their friends on camera. I can have my friends on camera. Come here, Alex. Then she's like, I don't want you hanging out with them no more because you was hanging over their house and they didn't invite me. Did they invite me? Alex says no. So obviously there's some weird stuff going on and behind the scenes. Why Alex would hang out with people that don't call Alex's friend Biggie to hang with them is crazy to me. That's some clout stuff to me. But whatever. In this moment, I'm Team Biggie. I understand Biggie's plight. And these girls should not have they should have just minded their business because you got to know who you're fighting for. You're fighting for Biggie. Let's be clear. I'm going to mind my business. I'm gonna stay out of it. Natalie and Stunner Girl talk. Ain't nothing for them to talk about. Ain't nothing to report on. We're moving on. Team Big Legs, Dolly, Big Legs and Dolly are at the lounge. They're meeting up with Killer, Ivory, and Fauna. Amazing 3-verse-3. Amazing through. I actually prefer the best 3-verse-3 that we had so far was Diamond, Pretty P, Ivory versus Dolly, Big Lex, and Summer. That was the best 3v3 that we had. But this is another nice 3v3. The girls are talking, doing their thing. They're like, oh, we got Ivory, Killer, Fauna coming up in the mix. Mind you, everybody got the issue with the one issue. Tinka is talking like, Dolly is like, we shouldn't even be fighting because we all got injuries. And Tinka's like, yeah, and I got my body done. I got my new body or whatever. I don't recall her going under the knife. And then in my mind, I'm like, what does she get done? Because she's still thick on her ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? But Cold Killer Tinka's talking about her. Now, at this point, it's been established that Cold Killer's face is fractured. So Cold Killer really in this moment is giving not Mariah. What was the girl named? Anna. Talking all this yin yang, knowing that she can't get touched. Now, mind you, Cold Killer would still be talking. She still would be talking, but now she can't get touched. So Tinka already know not to touch her, and it is what it is. But in this moment, I like Tinka's ability to restrain herself. I really do. I thought it was really, really boss ass. I thought Dolly's ability to restrain herself with Ivory and Ivory's restraint was boss ass. It wasn't until Big Lex came up with a mix with Fauna. And I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Out of all these women right now, who come across like the trillest, like the dopest chick, for real, like I got a top 5, but like who's really like sticking out to me this season? Let's say this season, who's sticking out to me as the dopest chick that you just want to, like, you can see yourself being cool with. You can see her having your back. You can ride for her type. Like, she don't bother nobody type unless you bother her type. Is Bad Dolly. I don't know, but Bad Dolly this season is amazing. Her comedic narration, her ability to just chill when she need to just chill. She ain't getting into fights, like for real. She in the sidelines talking trash, but she's able to have an actual conversation without fighting. Bad Dolly is really showing and proving this particular episode. I really rocks with Bad Dolly this episode. And obviously I rock with Ivory. I want Ivory more in the mix, but Bad Dolly this episode, hands down. She is just so dope to me this season. And so, Lex is like, I don't really mess with Fauna. Fauna like, so? She like, I don't really mess with Fauna because she makes me. And Fauna goes like, and so what? And so Lex like, oh, so you finally admit it? And, Fauna's like, yep. And so that's what spikes Big Lex's to attack, Fauna. Now, I don't fault Big Lex. And y'all, some of y'all think that I hate the girl, that I like her one day, I hate her. Every episode, I'm talking about every episode. I do not fault Big Lex for fighting Fauna after Fauna and finally admitting it, or sarcastically admitting it, whatever we want to say. Because even in the fight, she's like, and I'll do it again, right? So she admits it. She admits it. Whatever. We ain't gonna do the song and dance no more. So after you finally admit it, after I talked to you off camera and said, yo, what up? Like, I need you to admit you have mates or whatever the case may be. Fauna's like, Mace didn't do this to your eye though. I did. And I'm like, she had a point. I mean, we saw the clip go back and we see mad face shots that Fauna was giving Lex. But Fauna has not been able to recreate that moment. And in my mind, if I am getting attacked with Mace, immediately my mind is going to be thrown off. I'm in fight mode, sure. But there is a hesitation or a something that comes off the mind when you're trying to figure out what is going on and you still swinging, but something's off now. You know what I'm saying? So your guard is down a little bit. I see that as a reality situation. I do. I see that as a reality situation. Yes, Fauna minked the hell out of Lex's face. And Lex even admitted that her toughest fights were with Ivory and she had a bad moment with Fauna. She admits it. So Fauna gave it a work. But Fauna has not been able to redo that situation. Now, we get a different shot in this particular fight where they fighting. Fauna lost. Fauna did not win none of these fights. And, it is what it is. She didn't win none of these fights. Lex felt like she slept her, but she did not Tasiki bad dolly her. In the clip that was online, you see that the cup on the floor, Fauna stepped on it and slipped on the cup. Because Tinka kicked the table out the way and it made the drinks and the cups fall over. We understand. But Fauna is getting real rabid. She crazy. She trying to claw at Big Legs, trying to get the Big Legs. They not letting her get the Big Legs. Fauna is clearly upset. But, Big Legs is talking her shit. Can't nobody mess with Big Legs. Big Legs thinks she the biggest, the heaviest hitter, and she's sitting on that. Now, you know what's interesting? I like that Big Legs know that she can fight, and I like that Big Legs know that she can probably beat up everybody on the show, because she boasts like she do, and she boasts like she can. I understand that. I would live in that too. If you on a show where it's all about fighting and you consider yourself to be the heaviest because you're not losing no fight for real, I can understand that. And it plays into her age. But Tommy said something later on. It was like, you just need to humble yourself. Because even Summer's like, it's all about fighting with you. And that's the thing. Lex really does. She really legitimately only has the fighting. I mean, she does. When you think about her talking moments and her talking heads, she can't hang and chill like Bad Dolly and chill out. She can't. She proved it with Fauna, and she proved it with the Tommy's situation when she's taunting and getting up. She can't sit and just have a pretty conversation. She want to fight because she knows she can beat everybody up. It is what it is. And like I said, I'm glad she's sitting that, and she owning it up. She on that. She owning her shit. But it's damn, you nothing else. You ain't got nothing else. I don't know. That Colgate line was hilarious. But now I want somebody that can challenge Lex. That's what I want right now. And right now, we don't really have a situation where we have that. We don't have nobody that can really challenge Lex for real. But I want that for her. Because I want to see what that storyline would be like. Because right now, Lex move like she whooping everybody. And ain't nothing wrong with it. Because her track record stands. But I do want somebody that can challenge her. I do. We ain't got it yet. Anyways, next episode is looking crazy. Because Ivy getting in the mix with TT. Because TT standing up for pressure. So, ooh-wee. What is this finna be like? I can't wait to see the next episode. This episode was really, really good. I would rank this episode like a 9. I really would. I would rank this episode like a 9. I think we got good different situations with the talking points. E.T. holding a meeting is crazy to me. I thought that was really, really dope. The 3v3 was dope. The 2v2 was dope. This was a great episode. The Biggie situation, Mariah, it was a great watch. It was a great watch. Anyways, leave your comments below. Let me know who this episode you feel is the baddest. Who in this episode you feel is the baddest? The one you like the most, the one you think is the baddest, the one you think is, on that all the time, like you really like how they move. Who is that for you this episode? Episode 9. I think it's episode 9. My top baddie, episode 9, is Bad Dolly. That's my top baddie, episode 9. Bad Dolly. Let me know who y'all top baddie is, episode 9. Let me know. Leave the comments below. And as always, thank y'all for watching. Doses.